Good morning, everyone. I'm at Carmel by the sea, and I'm at a sign that says the California Coastal Trail at Carmel Beach, 1,200-mile trail from Oregon to Mexico. Well, I'm not going to quite walk 1,200 miles today, but maybe 100 yards or so. So, it's kind of neat. Okay, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a single step. So here we go. Well, I'm not sure how far the 1,200 mile, where we are in the 1,200 mile trail from Oregon to Mexico, but I'm going to say close to halfway. So it's Carmel by the sea. It's a gorgeous day to be on the top side of the sand. I'll say sand today because there's lots of sand here. Everybody, I just met Leslie, the second person I met in Carmel. Actually, the receptionist at the hotel I'm staying at became ambassadors because they really got it. They're Indian.
Oh, that's cool.
So what do you do in Carmel?
I teach.
What do you teach?
Well, I live in Carmel and I teach nearby.
What a fantastic! How did you end up in Carmel?
School. My job. Yeah.
So where are you from?
I moved from Southern California.
From Southern California. So you've escaped I call it the insanity
Yes.
of humanity.
Yes, I'm so glad to be out of there.
A lot less insanity up here.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So you were mentioning something about people honking horns in Carmel? Isn't that against the law?
Every once in a while, you would
What?
think. I don't know.
What's that about?
I have no idea. I'm like, look where you live or where you are even here right now. Like, it's beauty everywhere.
Are people in a hurry up here, or what's the
Yes,
deal?
I don't know. It's so strange. I've had it happen several times, and I don't understand.
He's like, what?
I know. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, well, fantastic people do not honk horns.
Perfect. I'm going to write that on my window. Be fantastic and don't honk.
So you've just been introduced to the movement 3 minutes ago. What's your initial feelings about it?
I think it's cool. I like it. When you walked up and said I'm fan-fucking-tastic, I'm like, that's awesome. Yeah.
That's professional level shit.
Right. That's what my
I'm a
eyes
pro
would
at
say.
this.
Yeah.
I think everybody is, because everyone has a fantastic story, and I think human beings are fantastic. What happens is greed gets in the way, and they become unfantastic.
Mm-hmm. Or
You know?
complacency.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But Carmel, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Met a beautiful lady. This is
Not
fantastic.
to love, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what are you going to do? Exercise this morning? Is that what you're going to do?
We're workout partners.
Workout partners. Very good.
Yes.
Well, have a fantastic day.
Thank you. You too.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Well, I just left Carmel by the sea to go see Cannery Row, and I'm on this road called Foam Street, and I saw the first boats, first harbor I've seen in a while. I love the ocean. I love the... So let's check out Cannery Row. This shot here. I've arrived, Cannery Row. El Chorrito. I'm kind of looking for something of historic significance to have breakfast. Of course, it's COVID time still, so how many places are going to be open? But Cannery Row Company, Monterey, California. There was a famous writer who wrote a lot of stuff from Cannery Row. I'll have to look it up. Ernest Hemingway, I think. Is that it? Ernie? Bubba Gump. I love Bubba Gump. See if it's open. Well, I'm always an early riser, but it's quiet. Not only is it quiet because of it's early, actually it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Everyone should be up and having a fantastic time. So this is the view from Bubba Gump in Monterey on Cannery Row. Well, gotta stop at Fisherman's Village, Monterey, California. See if there's any action. San Francisco, everybody. I made it. Well, I'm in San Francisco, and I'm looking for a good spot to do my daily update. And everyone on the street, and I've seen hundreds so far, has a mask on. I haven't seen this in Los Angeles, anywhere else.
Franklin Street.
Everybody has a mask. Amazing. So I think I'm going to do the broadcast from Lombard Street. Well, this is the world famous Lombard Street. As you might know, San Francisco has some of the steepest streets in the world. And I'm about ready to drive down this for my live noon show. And there's a gorgeous view of the city there. So hopefully you're going to tune in at noon and watch or not. Well, I had a great little drive through San Francisco. If you want to see the live drive on Lombard Street, which is the crookedest street in the United States, if not the world, go when it loads later on today. Watch the first start of day 66. That was very cool. Drove through the financial district. Drove through Fisherman's Wharf. Now I'm on my way to Healdsburg, California, about 60 miles north, actually 76 miles north of San Francisco. It's where my parents passed away, so I thought I'd drive by there and see the old commune, and maybe get a hostel up there if they have hostels. We'll see. Play it by ear. So we're about to drive, if I'm not mistaken, over the Golden Gate Bridge. So here we go. One of my favorite bridges. So there's no toll northbound. See how lucky I am? I'm not going to be going southbound. And here we go, across the Golden Gate Bridge. There she is in the distance. They've been painting this bridge nonstop for the last 100 years. When they get to the one side of it, it needs to start again. So we haven't hit the bridge quite yet, but we're about to. And again, you get to enjoy all these great sights without leaving the comfort of your COVID-free home. Okay, so speed limit 45 miles an hour. I'm going 54. I'm dyslexic. What can you do? I haven't been across this bridge in many years. So now the last time I went on a journey around the world, I was 17, which in layman's terms is 48 years ago. And I went up to San Francisco, and that was fantastic. Look at that beautiful view, everybody. Let's see how long it takes to cross the Golden Gate Bridge. I was wondering how I was going to pay, because they don't usually take cash and things like this. But luckily, northbound, no toll. The only toll is southbound. I couldn't get any luckier in life. Here we go. Golden Gate Bridge, everybody. Northbound on the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, I still take calls even though this is not live. If you want to call me right now, 310-913-5533. There she is. The Golden Gate Bridge. I love this. Now, I remember when I was living here in the 60s, they had 490...
Turn left onto Laguna Street, then turn right onto Lombard Street.
They had 499 suicides. And it was a big rush to be number 500. Because you got to admit, who doesn't want to be 500? You know, I mean, come on. See, this is a gorgeous bridge. I guess you would call this a suspension bridge. That's my guess. I'll have to look it up. I brought some nice interviews when I was in San Diego from the Spruce Street suspension bridge. Not quite as big as this. It was only 300 feet long. But you can see people bicycling. There's a lot of workers on the bridge. quite sure what they're doing. That's about it. Now I am in Marin County. Couldn't even get off the bridge. That must have been the edge of the land there. Alcatraz off to the right. I hope you enjoyed the video yesterday. It was a compilation of videos from driving from Santa Barbara to Carmel by the sea. That was very cool. These are some tight lanes here. There's not a lot of room in this lane for a car. Seems to be a little tight. Okay, so I'll just continue this for just a few more minutes. Next stop, Healdsburg, wine country. Clean hands help fight COVID-19. Talk to you in a bit, everybody. I mean, this is a small vineyard. There's some bigger ones. Okay, my parents died. This was where we lived. The end of the street here.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
Quarter mile away. Yeah. This is it right here. Still standing for all these years. This is the house right here. People would come and drop groceries and clothing off because they didn't want anything to do with beatniks, but they would be kind to us. Well, everybody, I can't be any luckier in life. I met this beautiful woman, Donna, and she's going to offer me a glass of her homemade wine, basically, because everyone...
We gotta taste it every now and then anyway.
Yeah, we gotta be a taster. So life is fantastic, everybody. I'm gonna have a glass of wine with Donna.
We gotta taste this stuff every now and then anyway.
So Donna has a wine thief, which is how we steal the wine. And well, look at this. She does it with the human suction. Look at that.
That's weird.
So this is the Zinfandel. And we picked that 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay, aged. So everybody, I'm at a private wine tasting in Healdsburg, California. I'm very honored to meet Donna. She doesn't mess around. This is the cab?
That's the cab. 2018.
2 private wine tastings in a garage in Healdsburg.
Garageology.
To new friends. So I just got showered with wine.
See there.
My new shirt. So it's okay.
It's tie-dye.
It's got personality now. Keep it going. There you
There we go. So this is the Malbec.
So, this is the Malbec, and this is my new shirt with Malbec flavoring. And again, nothing ever upsets you because you can't let things out of your control upset you. A little wine on your shirt. Hey, now it's got the Healdsburg flavor to it. So this is the Malbec?
Malbec, and it's got nice acid balance on it.
Nice acid balance.
No flavor.
Donna's an expert in these things. Let's see here.
No off flavors, no off odors. It's clean.
Boy, they just keep getting better and better. This is delicious.
Yeah. That Malbec is, I didn't know one of my neighbors. It grew too much.
Oh, it grew too much.
Yeah, we could have had, I didn't have room. We could have had his Cabernet, his Cab Franc, his Merlot, and the Malbec.
Well, that couldn't have gone any better. Met a beautiful person, Donna, who ended up giving me 2 bottles of wine for my birthday. Christmas, as her granddaughter said. I mean, let me turn the camera around so you can see this beautiful East Soda Rock Lane. Is it turn around? I gotta stop it. Old home. I guess it was a home for a while. East Soda Rock Lane. And she gave me a nice lead on a campground. Although it's so hot, I can't imagine pitching tent for a while, but maybe I'll do it. I haven't camped out in half a century. I've got most everything I need. Should probably go and buy a stove. But, oh look, they're building a house over there. That was a fantastic visit. Got a private wine tasting. Ended up with a couple bottles. And I go on down the road. Stay tuned, everybody. I mean, can you picture anything more beautiful than this? Of course, having a couple of glasses of wine makes it even look prettier. Olive trees. Look at that vineyards there. I picked right in front of us, there was prune trees. And no, these were grapevines back then, and I picked grapes at 9 years old. Right? What we're looking at right there. One of my first jobs. 9 years old. 98 jobs later, or professions later, I'm a motivational speaker. Okay, so Ron Dick is the owner of this huge, massive winery, and his dad is the one that probably gave my parents the house to live in back in '65. So I stopped in to see, introduce myself. Donna told me about him. So now I'm off to the Johnsons. They supposedly have a little campground, but I'm not sure if I want to stay here in 100-degree weather in a tent. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are going up to the Johnsons. I just passed a young lady who was visiting them. The house to the right here own all the property on the right we just passed. Older couple. Hey everybody, I've got Ellen here who has a fantastic story. This is her little vineyard and it burned down with the big fires, but she was telling me a story about her father and mother. Mother was a very positive person like Dr. Fantastic, and Dad was pretty much negative, a worrywart. So tell me the story what you were telling me.
Well, we never knew sometimes where the money was from, and Mom would always say, the Lord will provide, everything will come through, and Dad's like, you can't live like that, oh my gosh. And they were gone on a trip, and they told me that I just had to make the bank payment. That's all I had to do. And so the day the bank payment was due at 2, I was about $800 short, and I'm like, it's not going to happen. There's no way. And some customer came in the tasting room at noon and bought $800 worth of wine and paid cash. I was like, okay, Mom, I believe. We're all good. We made the bank payment and everything was good.
I'm a total believer. Positive thinking manifests positive action. Yeah. Now, are you positive? Are you a positive person?
For the most part, yeah. I try. And some days it's hard, but...
So you took after your mother, not your father?
Yeah, I try to think that way as much as possible.
How many acres do you have here?
We have 67 acres altogether, and 40 of it just got burned to the ground in the Kincaid fire. So hopefully, if everything works out right, we'll come out better in the end with brand new vineyards, and we'll be in better shape than when it came through. And you live
happily ever after. Hopefully. Now, you were born here.
I lived here all my life.
Wow. It's a beautiful place.
Yep. And it's a struggle some days. It's, you never know what's going to happen, but we managed to be here. We have a big mortgage, and we had to modify it. They said, don't pay it. It'll get modified. And I'm like, no, I can't live, I can't just not pay it. So 6 months, they said, don't pay it for 6 months. So okay. Yeah. So I didn't do it, and I opened up the mailbox. I was just getting ready to refile all the paperwork, tons of paperwork to get the modification done. And I opened up the mailbox on New Year's Eve, and there was the paperwork that they just sent me that says, here's your loan modified for the life of the loan for a really low interest rate. And
there you go.
It worked out. So.
Well, my mother and father, we finally got away from society. They were beatniks. And her dying words were, don't let LA get my kids, because she wanted us to stay here where, life is beautiful. There's no greed and selfishness. And unfortunately, LA got us, but I'm trying to, I've escaped it.
Yeah.
I call it the insanity of humanity, these big cities. So I'm on a mission to make the world a more civil place.
That's good.
And it's a pleasure to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a fantastic day. Well, the Johnson lady was very nice, but no luck with the campground there. She gave me a place to check out, so I'm going to go check out another place. And it turns out that big boar I took a picture of earlier was created for the Burning Man concert. That's kind of cool. So I found the campground. It's called Glamping, and there are these little campgrounds with a little bed in it, so it's really kind of luxurious. And they go for $129 a night. Very nice. But I think I need air conditioning at that price. Well, I had a pretty exciting day, and the rooms are just getting better and better. This is a freaking nice room, and the day is done, and I hope everyone enjoyed what I shot today. I thought it was kind of fun, and it's nice to be in Healdsburg for the first time in 48 years. I mean, seriously, I was thinking about camping. It's 100 freaking degrees out there, and it's nice and air conditioned, and it's wonderful inside here. What was I thinking? Sweating in 100 degrees at $129 at that glamping site? I don't think so. This is fantastic where I'm at. Everyone have a fantastic night. Thanks for watching.